Targeting your shoulders with calisthenics can be difficult, especially in the beginning, because the best exercises are quite challenging. However, with a little bit of knowledge and good advice, it can be done successfully. Hello, I'm TrainingPal, and in this video, I'm gonna tell you how to build big and strong shoulders with bodyweight exercises.
Let's start with a quick look at the shoulder muscles. Deltoids are the main ones, and they're what most exercises will focus on. Keep in mind that this muscle has three parts: front, middle and rear. That's why some exercises may look like they're back exercises, but in fact, they're targeting rear delts. Another muscle that will be used a lot is trapezius, especially its upper part. The most important thing to understand is what you need to do with your arms to engage your shoulders. Generally, all the overhead presses are the most important move pattern for this purpose. There are also different kind of raises that focus on certain parts of your deltoids. And there are famous shoulder shrugs. Those are the moves we will try to replicate with bodyweight exercises. This move is pretty problematic because this exact move pattern is done by doing handstand push-up, and they're quite difficult. However, there is a way to start with easier exercise, pike push-ups. This push-up is trying to replicate the overhead press, but using only a portion of your body weight. The easiest way to do them is to bring your hips as high as you can and aim with your head to touch the ground just above your hands as you go down. This version requires a lot of pike flexibility though, which I realize many of beginners don't have. So here's another good way to do it. Place your feet on an elevation that's approximately as high as your knees. Put your hands on the ground and try to place your hips over your shoulders. Then just bend your arms, again, aiming with your head to touch the floor a little above your hands. After you get comfortable with this kind of load, it's time to go further. There's really no other good option than getting on your hands. Handstand push-ups are one of my all-time most favorite exercises, and I recommend everyone to start training for them. Of course, you don't need to be doing freestanding ones. For the purpose of getting big and strong shoulders, using the wall is more than fine. So where to start? Of course, with the handstand. Just kick up with one foot and get into the position. Here you need to focus on keeping your elbows straight and pushing away from the ground. Build up at least 30-second hold before moving along. Next, it's time to start bending your elbows. You want to go down slowly, get out of the position at the bottom, and kick up back into the handstand. That's how you do the negatives. It's an incredible way to increase your strength for the push-up. After you get comfortable with the negatives, you may add a 2-second hold at the bottom, just for some additional effort. After that, it's time to start trying actually going up. At first you don't have to do full reps. You can go down only halfway and push up. As long as it's a way to get stronger for the full range of motion, it's okay. That's how you get the handstand push-up. Gradually increase the range of motion until you can do a full rep. As you're in the process of learning the move, you want to keep the reps under 6 because it's a strength training. After that, you basically want to do max rep sets until you get to about 12 handstand push-ups maximum. Then, instead of going further with the numbers of reps, you want to increase the difficulty. I recommend doing it by slightly increasing the range of motion by placing your hands on an elevation, like parallettes. This will make your max reps drop down back to the 6-12 range, which is optimal for muscle development. This movement pattern is targeting the front parts of your deltoids. Unfortunately, most of the bodyweight exercises are quite difficult here as well, because you have to use all of your body weight for most of them. You can start by doing planche leans. Leaning your body forwards and keeping the elbows straight loads the front delts. The more you lean, the more stress you put on them. Also, remember to turn your wrist outwards to make the move easier for them. Next, you can move on to holding a tag planche. Here all your body weight is supported by your shoulders, so they're working very hard. Be sure to keep your elbows straight. Another exercise using the front delts intensively is something I've used when learning press to handstand. I don't have a name for it, but here's how you do it. You need to get into the handstand position with your belly facing the wall. Then you move away from the wall a little, lean forward with your shoulders and come back. The distance from the wall and the amount of lean is to be experimented with because it determines the difficulty of the exercise. Again, be sure to keep your elbows straight and wrists turned outwards. From here, there's a pretty big difficulty increase, but these exercises are my favorite way to fatigue the front delts. The exercise is a tuck planche negative. You basically get into the handstand and slowly lower your body to the tuck planche position. Pretty hard, but a great one. Something to work your way up to. And of course, there's also the tuck planche press itself. Even harder and even better. This one is pretty straightforward, but you're gonna need either rings or TRX to do it. You need to hang the chosen device on a regular pull-up bar height and set the grips approximately on the height of your knees. Then you grab the handles, lean back and press backwards with your arms. The exercise can be used to develop rear deltoids and whole trapezius muscle. You can adjust the difficulty of the exercise by changing the amount of lean, so be sure to pick the one that lets you do between 6 and 12 reps maximum. This is one of the most commonly known exercises used for building your upper trapezius. Normally, you would grab the barbell and raise it without bending your elbows. The same exact situation can be observed after rotating your body by 180 degrees. Instead of the barbell, you have a pull-up bar or rings, and instead of the weight, you've got your body. At first, the movement can be somewhat confusing, but after a few sets, you'll easily get used to using the proper muscles. The move is quite difficult on the bar because you have to constantly pull with your lats to keep your body from falling down. Good way to approach this problem is to do the shrug and tuck position. This way, you can keep the center of mass of your body under the pull-up bar. An alternative would be to use rings instead. This way you can keep your body ideally between your hands. I'm not gonna show you a proper shoulder specific workout because I do those exercises scattered all over the week in different training sessions. I don't think you need the whole separate workout dedicated for the shoulders. Doing these exercises in combination with pull or push session is enough to send your shoulders a message, hey guys, it's time to grow stronger and bigger. That's all for today. Thanks for watching, hope you liked the video and see you in the next one. If you need help with calisthenics, would like to learn skills like human flag, front lever or planche, or you're a beginner and could use a guidance, then check out my Patreon page for details. If you like my videos, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks and see you next time.